Questions for Keyshawn?
Thank you, Sean. I guess just start us off, like what's practice been like the last couple of days? Obviously, you guys are coming off a couple of tough losses. What's the mentality and focus been like?
The mentality has just been that we know we're capable of, and we know what it takes to get to where we want to be, and that the focus and the detail has to improve. So that's been the whole key of practice and our whole mentality.
Team came into the game against Louisville averaging like 41 points a game. That's been held down the last 2 weeks to just 21 each game. What do you think things have kind of gone awry?
Like I said, the detail and execution hasn't been up to par that it typically is. So we struggle in terms of just letting the small things become big problems. Is it false starts, taking care of the ball, so a whole lot of things, drop passes, wrong assignments, miss assignments. It's just the smaller details that typically we can get by on, just hasn't let we even turn into bigger problems, and we haven't been able to get by. So
as a receiver room, especially Saturday against NC State, you guys as a whole made some miraculous catches. Can you build on some of those things and move forward based upon that, or is it still too much of a downer having to come out with the loss there?
I mean, every game there's going to be good things you can view and bad things that you can see, and sometimes the good things are more personal. To like a good catch, but that's more of the achievements that you keep inside. This team first aspect, and sometimes you got to put your bigger personal achievements aside for the sake of the we instead of the me.
What was it like seeing the catch that Taylor made and kind of the sprawling? I mean, you both play the slot. What does it take to bring in a catch like that?
A lot of focus, a lot of work behind the scenes, and just wanting more than the other person. And we talk a lot, and that was definitely a spark for the group, the receiver room, that a big catch like that, good play like that. So, it's big. It's a big momentum, but sometimes it can get overshadowed with the outcome of the game.
We'll turn it over to Zoom here.
Hey, Key, how you doing?
How are you?
Good. Talking about the detail specific problems that you guys have had on offense, is that something that you can see during the week this week to know it's been solved, or does it have to happen in a game for you to know that you guys have worked those things out?
The problems that are the smaller details that are occurring is things that we know and we're good enough to fix overnight. But I'm saying it goes through a lot of execution throughout the week, and it's only been the first day of practice. And today was a great start to fixing those problems, but we have to finish out the week strong and go into Saturday strong. So,
are the problems different from the Louisville game to the NC State game?
I wouldn't. No, they're not different. It's the same minute details in terms of pre-snap penalties, taking care of the ball, missed assignments, just really small things that a lot of people wouldn't notice, but we know, and that's what we got to fix.
Given the way the game has gone against Carolina the last 2 years, is there any extra motivation going into this one?
The motivation is just this is the most important game that we're playing this season as of right now, and we want to do whatever it takes to win that game. That's the motivation we all need, and that's all it's going to take.
Did you watch last year's game in film review to get ready for this one?
We definitely take some peeks at the last games for a couple of years.
Did that conjure up any poor memories?
Yeah, but we got to take in the good with the bad, and we know it shows that we're capable of playing, we're capable of winning that game, and if we do what it takes and we just play our game, then we can win that game.
Sean, is there any concern about going into this game, and once you get into the game, any concern about being overly prepared or overly hyped because of the last 2 losses and trying not to make those same mistakes?
We want to come in the game and play with a lot of emotion. We want to be the team that we're devoted, and we want to win like really, really bad. But like Clausen says, we want to play with emotion, not emotional. We're to the point where it caused us to have the penalties, the unsportsmanlikes, and the unnecessary roughness that can cost us a game. We want to play with a lot of emotion, a lot of heart, but we don't want to play emotional. We need to play under control. But you know what I'm saying? In between the whistle, that's when we can play with a lot of emotion.
Do you think that was some of the problems the last couple of weeks, playing emotional?
I would say it was one of the problems. At times we got too emotional. We got caught up in the feud and going back and forth with players and opposing players that we typically try to stay away from. But it's just one of the minute problems out of everything else that's going on.
Key is, do you think there'll be any lead that's safe on Saturday?
Any lead?
Any lead that could be safe? I mean, you guys have had a 3-touchdown lead on UNC in the second half, both the last 2 years. I mean, no lead is too big, right?
Yeah, we know from experience the past 2 seasons that there's no foot off the gas at any point of the game. They have a great offense and they can execute at a high level just as well as we can. So we know if we get up, when we get up, we have to stay up, and the drive and the momentum can't go down at all.
Key, the stats say that Carolina has been better defensively the last 4 or 5 games than they were in the first 4 or 5. Do you see anything in looking at film that they're doing differently?
Not really. I mean, as the season progresses, the team should get better. And of course, a good program, that's what they're going to do, is progress and get better over the season. So they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And we just got to do what we're supposed to do.
Conversely, is that a little salty to say, given what the offense was in the first 7 games for y'all and what it's been the last 2 weeks?
Not really, because we still know who we are. We're deep down, we know what we're capable of. We just haven't been executing to the level that we can, and it's hurt us. But we know that we can definitely operate at that level.
Guys all set? All right, thanks, Keith.
Appreciate y'all guys.
Thanks, Keith.